Sue, Boo Boo, Buster, and that guy.
I'm fine.
The Wolfman.
I'm
He's fine.
Yeah,
He's fine.
nothing happened. We're good. Glad that you're here.
What day is it?
Wednesday?
Does that mean it's
Sabaton Wednesday.
It's hump day, man?
Well, it's someday, but
Recommended but not mandatory. I tell you guys that every time, and I think
highly
it goes,
recommended. Highly recommended.
but not mandatory. It's all right. Anyway, we're back with you today to do Night Witches, and we're going to do the animated story and animated music video.
There was a suggestion from
changing it up a little bit.
some when we were doing the history video, we had a couple suggestions to do the animated story video instead. So we're going to try that and see how you guys like it. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. You ready, Mama?
Yeah, can I say something?
Yes.
Today is my brother's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, John.
Yeah. August 31st, 1960, he was born.
Well, it's in
Yeah,
30th.
and this is coming out on the 31st.
Sorry.
So, I love you, John. You're an awesome big brother. You've
Thanks,
always
John.
been there for
Nice.
me. I
Good,
missed
nice
you
guy.
terribly, and so subscribe to my channel, damn it.
He's not subscribed?
No, I'm sure he is. He better be. Anyway, I'm the baby sister, and he's my big brother, and happy
Good
birthday,
guy.
man.
Happy birthday,
Love
brother.
you.
All right, so here we go.
The Germans are resting behind the lines of the Eastern Front, their tents in neat rows. All is in order in the quiet and still of the night. It's cold, and the winter snow crunches under the jackboot of a guard. Looking up into the sky, the snow starts to drift down. It's peaceful here. Was that a noise from the sky? No, it's just the wind. Suddenly, piercing the still of the night, there's an otherworldly scream and a whoosh as a dark form speeds by. And was that a woman's laughter in the distance? There are no engine sounds, and the suddenly fearful German soldier loses his footing and whispers under his breath, "Die Nachthexen." The world is all at once a bloom of fire and ash, and two more dark forms pass without a sound. Hearing the whooping and celebration of these supernatural creatures, the guard shakes himself from his fear and calls out, "Die Nachthexen! Die Nachthexen! The Night Witches!" In the sky above, 3 planes of the soon-to-be-famous 588th Night Bomber Regiment, their engines now running, turn east for home. Time to rearm and refuel for another mission. Coming into land, they're greeted by their commissar, Yevdokia Rashkevich. The young girls that form the pilots and navigators are between the ages of 17 and 26. They are desperate to take the fight to the Germans and have traveled from all over Russia to join the all-women regiments. The 588th is where the least skilled of all the women are placed, but that didn't stop them from carving their name in history. In the early days, they were largely ridiculed by the Soviet men. Given men's uniforms that were too big and shoes all of the same size, the women did the best they could with the clothes, making them fit with belts or filling the large men's shoes with stuffing. The equipment they were given was woefully out of date. The Polikarpov PO2 was a 2-man trainer, underpowered and made of cloth and wood. These old string bags were nicknamed crop dusters, or even worse, sewing machines due to the noise their tiny engines made. But the women of the 588 ignored the taunts, and despite the odds, turned the plane's shortcomings to their advantage. The planes at maximum speeds were far below the stall speeds of any of the German fighters. Giving them a tight turning circle, they were almost impossible to hit. They were susceptible to small arms fire and anti-aircraft guns, so their strategy was to attack in threes, with a navigator in each plane. At her signal, the pilot would cut the engines and swoop in slowly, silently, dropping their bombs, dealing death from above. Unexpected, undetected, stealth perfected. If necessary, the other two would draw fire from the fighters or from the ground. They slept during the day and rose at dusk to take their vengeance on the invaders. This unnatural bravery and their stealth tactics earned them their title, the Night Witches. The German ace Johannes Steinhoff said, "We simply couldn't grasp that the Soviet airmen that caused us the greatest trouble were in fact women. These women feared nothing."
So I'm going to back this up just a minute, but it looks like it's the history video and the music video on one thing. So
Yeah.
we don't need to do another one.
Right.
Right. So
I
that's
think you're
that's very interesting, and I'll have something to say about that afterwards.
Silent through the night, the witches on the fight. Never miss the mark. Canvas, wings of death, prepare to meet your fate. Night bomber regiment, 588. Undetected, unexpected, wings of glory, tell the story. Deviation, deviation, undetected, still perfected. Also losing ground, retreat into the sound. Death is in the air. Suddenly appears confirming all your fears. Strike from witches there. Target bound from around, battle sound from the battleground. This is aiming high. Lodging awaits to beat them at the gates. Live to fight and fly. Canvas, wings of death, prepare to meet your fate. Night bomber regiment, 188. Undetected, unexpected, wings of glory, tell the story. Deviation, deviation, undetected, still perfected. Beneath the starlight of the heavens, unlikely heroes in the sky, as they appear on the horizon. The wind will whisper when the night witches come. Undetected, unexpected, wings of glory, tell the story. Deviation, deviation, undetected, still perfected. From the depths of Ellis Island, the spells, explosive violence, Russian nighttime light, perfected. Flawless vision, undetected.
32 women, both pilots and navigators, never came home. The 588th became highly decorated and respected, flying more than 23,000 sorties, dropping over 3,000 tons of bombs. 23 Night Witches were awarded the Hero of the Soviet Union, although they were disbanded just 6 months after the war and not allowed to fly in the victory parade, given their planes were so slow. From 1956, after she retired from active service, their commissar Yevdokia Rachkevich took it upon herself to find the site of every single one of her girls that was downed, to mark the place and to pay her respects to each one of the incredibly brave Night Witches.
Well, that was outstanding,
How
guys.
wonderful is that?
The one thing we've learned about Sabaton is that they always hit us with something we never knew. So you know they've got to do their their
Research, homework.
can you move that?
Move this.
Yeah, Jude's getting, I'm sorry, it's getting, oh, wait, there we go. They do the research, as is the word I was looking for.
Those planes, honey.
Wait till you get to this
For
part.
real. Oh, look, the last Smirnoff
They were
News.
made
Let's
of,
get it, let's go.
they were made of canvas.
Canvas, yeah.
They were like Wilbur and Orville Wright.
Right, they look like World War I fighters, right?
Yeah.
And I guess what they said, they just found the leftovers.
And they
gave them
went
to the women.
slowly, but that turned out to be their advantage.
Right,
because
because
they couldn't hit them.
Because it's hard to hit them with their big anti-aircraft guns, even though they could shoot at them with other things.
Because they could take tight turns.
Right, yeah, very cool. I mean, I love that. I love the fact that they turn their engines off. And you can't do that in a jet, right?
At
You turn your
night.
engine off, you don't glide, you fall.
Right.
Right, but with this, with the way the wings were set up and everything, they would just glide down, drop their bombs silently.
At night.
Right. Yeah, it's so cool. Why hasn't this become a movie?
I don't have any idea.
I don't either, but I wish that.
I mean, I probably will go back and definitely find out more about it. Maybe there has been a movie made about it.
Maybe. If there was something else that we watched. I can't remember. It's from Sabaton, and the people that were doing the Sabaton history part said, why hasn't this been made into a movie? And I think that every time I see something like the Sabaton puts up that's so amazing, it's like, what? First of all, why have I never heard of it?
Like the No Bullets Fly that we just watched.
Yeah,
That should be a movie.
absolutely right.
But yeah, I love this. I thought it was really interesting.
It's
We've
great.
been waiting to do Night Witches for a while, so I'm glad we got to cross it off our
I
list.
love the suggestion too of doing that whole animated thing
Yeah.
because it gives you the history and the music in one shot.
Mhm.
It's great.
Yeah.
Very good.
One-stop shop.
Very good. I love the fact that the lady went to find her fallen comrades.
Yes.
I love that too.
That is so important.
Yeah.
So that they didn't die in vain. I know they
Right.
didn't die in vain, but just to commemorate the fact
Right.
that somebody's life is gone.
Right.
Family,
Life has gone in pursuit of a higher calling or a higher purpose.
right, but
Right.
it's still a huge thing, so it needs to be
Big sacrifice.
honored, yeah, that it will affect generations to come.
Yep.
So,
All right, man.
all right, well
Fantastic.
listen,
We
I'm
love
going to
it.
give it 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely 2 thumbs.
If you like this video, please like,
Like,
share,
share,
subscribe,
subscribe,
notify,
notify.
comment down below.
Comment down below, baby.
Be blessed.
Be blessed and don't hurt anybody.
Don't hurt anyone.
Please.
Seriously. Don't do it. I said don't.
And she says it, you better believe it.
Yeah.